When the wind chose one house to spare, the whole town chose someone to blame. After the hurricane tore through Louisiana, roofs vanished, walls crumbled, but one house stood tall, untouched by the storm. And that house belonged to Miles Carter. Miles Carter, a retired pilot, had built his home like a fortress. To him, it was survival. To his neighbors, it was an insult. While others picked up broken shingles, they glanced at Miles's fortress, and whispers turned into anger. Karen Vane called for an emergency HOA meeting. To her, Miles's survival was not luck, it was defiance. They accused Miles of cheating nature, of violating codes, of mocking the pain of the community. Only one man, attorney Raymond Pierce, saw through the noise. He believed this wasn't about rules, it was about power. As days passed, rumors spread like wildfire. Some said Miles had bribed inspectors. Others claimed his house was cursed. Karen came to his door not with sympathy, but with threats. Miles refused to bow. He had built his house with his own hands, and no committee would take that from him. But in the crowd, one man looked uneasy, Tom Brady, the HOA treasurer. Every night, Miles sat by his window, listening to whispers outside, watching shadows move across his lawn. Then came Reverend Shaw, the minister with honeyed words and hidden intentions. From the pulpit, Shaw spoke of unity, but his eyes lingered on Miles. Miles noticed fewer neighbors waving. Children stopped playing near his lawn. The town was closing in. Karen gave Miles a deadline: dismantle the bunker or face punishment. Raymond warned Miles, this wasn't just about rules, it was war. That night, Tom Brady knocked on Miles's door, holding a secret, a ledger that could expose the HOA. In those pages, Miles found more than numbers. He found betrayal, theft, and names that shocked him. Half the town turned against him. The other half stayed silent, and silence, Miles knew, was dangerous. One night, a brick shattered his window, carrying a note, "Leave or else." Raymond swore to defend Miles, not just as a client, but as a friend. Meanwhile, Karen met with Reverend Shaw. Together, they planned to crush Miles once and for all. Tom feared exposure. If the truth came out, he too would burn with them. Through it all, Miles stood steady. He had faced storms in the sky. Now he faced storms on the ground. The storm had spared his house, but another storm of men and power was only beginning.
The HOA thought they had Miles cornered, but in the courtroom, truth came armed with evidence. Raymond revealed the fraudulent insurance schemes, the stolen funds, and the plan to force Miles off his land. When Tom Brady stood and confessed, the courtroom fell silent. At last, the truth could not be buried. The judge struck the gavel. Karen, Reverend Shaw, and the board were finished. Miles had won, but the town would never be the same. From that day, the fortress stood not as a symbol of defiance, but of freedom. Miles Carter had faced the storm, and he had outlasted them all.